Welcome to today's Explainer, where I'm going to be your vitality architect for the next few minutes. We're getting straight into the exact blueprint for optimizing your daily routine and overall well-being. Look, if you've ever felt totally overwhelmed by the absolute avalanche of health advice out there, you are in the exact right place. We're going to break down the core foundations of holistic vitality so you can visualize exactly how a vibrant life is constructed, piece by piece. So rather than getting bogged down in dense medical jargon, let's just take a step back and ask, what actually creates holistic vitality? I mean, it's a great question, right? Because it really isn't about those flash-in-the-pan, trendy diets or dropping a fortune on obscure supplements. It's about establishing a rock-solid, unbreakable foundation. Just like you wouldn't build a house on loose sand, you absolutely cannot build a highly energetic, resilient life on shaky daily practices. All right, let's look at the blueprint we'll be tackling today. We've got 5 core pillars. Number 1, fueling your body right. Number 2, moving consistently every day. Number 3, restoring through quality sleep. Number 4, mastering stress and mindfulness. And finally, number 5, building habits that last. Okay, let's step into the first room of our blueprints. Number 1, fueling your body right. The battle lines for our physical foundation are pretty clear here. On one side, you've got your essential structural supports, things like balanced meals, proper macronutrient intake, and staying properly hydrated. But these are constantly under attack by the wrecking balls of processed foods and refined sugars. The big takeaway, maximizing those core structural elements while ruthlessly minimizing the processed stuff is what directly impacts your physical foundation. You literally cannot outbuild a poor diet, and avoiding those refined sugars is honestly just as crucial as hitting your daily water goals. I really want to hit this point home. Dialing in this balance is exactly what gives you the raw energy required for everything else in your day. It's not just about eating, it's about strategic fueling. Proper hydration and correct macronutrient intake, getting that precise ratio of proteins, fats, and carbs are the absolute core of balanced meals. When you nail this, it's like putting premium gas in a sports car. You're giving your body the high-grade materials it needs to actually thrive. Moving on to pillar number 2, moving consistently every day. So consistent exercise isn't just about moving. It requires a very specific, balanced mix. Think of it like a 3-legged stool. Your routine needs to be split evenly into thirds: cardiovascular health, strength training, and flexibility routines. You can't just pick your favorite and ignore the rest if you want true holistic vitality. A lot of folks over-index on cardio and forget strength, or maybe they lift heavy weights but completely ignore their flexibility. But true structural integrity demands a perfect balance of all 3 elements. Applying these precise guidelines every single day is how you actually reap the full benefits of movement. Consistent exercise isn't some sporadic weekend warrior effort. It's a non-negotiable daily commitment to that exact mix of cardio, strength, and flexibility. And here's the best part. When you maintain this consistency, those benefits compound over time. It results in a physically robust, structurally sound body that actively resists injury and completely wards off fatigue. Which brings us to pillar number 3, restoring through quality sleep. You've fueled up, you've moved, but now we've got to talk about recovery. Understanding sleep hygiene is critical because optimizing this is exactly how your body repairs all the physical work we just discussed. And look, sleep hygiene isn't just remembering to brush your teeth before bed. It encompasses all the vital practices and techniques utilized to support your circadian rhythm. It's the deliberate, engineered design of your evening routine to guarantee that when your head hits the pillow, you're maximizing both the quality and the duration of your rest. Let's be totally clear here. Aligning with your body's natural circadian rhythm isn't some self-care luxury, it is a mandatory technique for true recovery. Your circadian rhythm is your internal biological clock. Mastering it by getting actual sunlight in the morning, dimming your screens at night, and going to bed at a consistent time directly dictates how well you sleep and how long you stay asleep. Without that mastery, your body simply cannot repair itself. It's that simple. Now for pillar number 4. Mastering stress and mindfulness. So, waking up refreshed leads us right into navigating the psychological demands of our day. Maintaining a strong mindset requires a real checklist of active strategies. You need practical steps for mindfulness, techniques for managing your daily stress, a fierce commitment to work-life balance, and a dedicated focus on fostering positive psychological habits. This just goes to show that mental health isn't a passive state of being. Managing daily stress requires targeted action. You literally have to build these psychological defenses into your routine, the exact same way you'd schedule a workout or prep a meal.
And hey, mindfulness isn't just a corporate buzzword. It is the active fostering of positive psychological habits that acts as a shield for your mental health against daily stress. If you genuinely want to sustain your work-life balance over the long haul, you can't just react to stress after it hits you. You have to proactively foster habits, whether that's meditation, deep breathing, or just taking tech-free walks, that keep your mind every bit as resilient as your physical body.
Finally, we reach the mortar that holds this whole thing together. Pillar number 5, building habits that last. To truly master holistic vitality, you've got to climb 2 very distinct steps. Step 1 is taking actionable steps to build sustainable habits. Step 2 is actively eliminating detrimental behaviors. It's a dual process, right? You are proactively constructing the good routines, like those balanced meals and sleep hygiene we talked about, while simultaneously and ruthlessly cutting out the bad behaviors, like mindlessly consuming refined sugars or doom scrolling on your phone at 1 a.m. You absolutely cannot succeed by only doing one or the other. As we review this blueprint, remember that the real magic lies in turning these isolated pillars into permanent, sustainable daily actions. Because having the knowledge is great and all, but translating that knowledge into actionable steps is what actually secures the habit. It's about taking these guidelines for nutrition, movement, sleep, and mindfulness and executing them repeatedly until they just become completely automatic.
Well, we've covered a ton of ground today. Now that you've got the complete blueprint for holistic vitality in your hands, from nutrition and physical activity right through to mental health and habit formation, I want to leave you with one final provocative question. Which of your daily behaviors are you going to rebuild first? Where will you begin your renovation today? Pick just one pillar, take one single actionable step, and start laying the foundation for your vitality right now. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time as we continue building your best self.